everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Rigolini Report. I'm your host, Chris Rigolini, Director of Bands at the Highlands Ranch High School. Let's get started today with our joke of the day. What do you call a cow that plays the saxophone? A blues musician. If you'd like to hear your joke said on The Rigolini Report, send it to me in a quick email at crigolini@dcsdk12.org. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Zach Barker. Mr. Barker is joining our music department faculty as the Associate Director of Instrumental Music. He'll be teaching guitar, piano, percussion, and jazz band classes during the day, as well as marching band after school. He will also be directing our winter percussion and pep band programs. I sat down with Mr. Barker to learn a little bit more about him and to talk about our music program next year. Take a look. Hi, everyone. We're here with Mr. Zach Barker, and he's going to talk to us about what he's excited about next year and introduce himself as a new director in our program. How are you doing today, Mr. Barker?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be a part of my first Rigolini report.
We'll have to get you back on and do a couple of other ones.
Definitely. I think that'll be a norm moving forward.
So in your role, you're changing from a staff member who knows our families and knows our students quite well to a full-time music teacher and a director in our program. Is there anything that you're most excited about going into next year?
You know, I'm most excited for the opportunity to share my other musical knowledge I have. I have done so much drum teaching here at the school for 5 years now that I'm excited to show the students and the families and just everyone in the community that I have a lot more to offer than just my drumming experience. I'm so excited to teach guitar and piano and jazz band. You know, I had the experience teaching the jazz band down at the middle school, and a lot of those students are now in our high school ensemble. So I get to start working with those students again, you know, a few years down the road. So I just think some of those aspects of getting to do more than what I've been, able to do in the past few years is what's most exciting to me. I love all aspects of music, and my high school experience was amazing, and to be able to get to provide that on a larger scale now is just probably what I'm most excited for.
That's super awesome. And we're definitely excited to have you, and definitely excited to have your knowledge and your expertise added to our arsenal of teachers. That's pretty sweet. You have known this community for a while and they've known you, but is there anything about you that they don't know?
There's definitely a few things that I've kept a little close to the chest a little bit. Some things that people know about, but maybe haven't explored much about me. And that's like my rock and roll past. I play in rock and roll bands. It's called a musical style called ska. I play ska music. It started in Jamaica in the 50s and has really evolved into a very aggressive, more, punk rock style of music with horns and stuff like that. So I do that a lot in my free time. So when I'm not doing my drumline music with the Blue Knights or the high schools, I tend to be doing some ska music with my friends. I sit in with some, more traditional bands when I can, and I just play as much as I can. I think that's the biggest thing. Other than that, I'm a very avid Frisbee golf player.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We've actually played together once, and I was beaten very badly, as I remember.
We all were by a few of the high school students.
That's true. That's true. All right. So since you're here with us, I think it would be appropriate if we did a rapid fire question round.
Ooh, okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna run down some questions and just give us the first answer that comes to mind, so we can find out a little bit more about you.
All right.
I'm going to ask that we put 1 minute on the clock, but I don't know if we have the technology to do that. So put a timer somewhere. All right, here we go. All right, what's your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
What's your favorite pop group or band?
Oh, Spice Girls.
What was the first marching band show that you played in?
Oh, wow. My freshman year, we did the first night. It was a movie about Camelot and stuff.
Huh. And what was the first marching band show that you taught for or that you were a staff member for?
Oh, wow. Ooh, I did a winter percussion season, actually, as my freshman year of college. I taught at Eagle Crest High School, and we did a show about The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Yeah, that was my first.
Nevermore.
That one tested the brain.
Excellent. Okay, You are a drummer, so what are your favorite type of drumsticks? And you can give us your marching sticks and your drum set sticks.
Drum set sticks, I play with these Vic Firth Extreme 5Bs. The extreme means that they're longer, so my reach is a little easier and I don't have to work as hard. Love them. For marching band, the classic, Ralph Hardiman is amazing, but I'd have to say the new Roger Carters. I think they're my favorites. They're amazing.
What's your
All
favorite?
Vic Firth, by the way.
All Vic Firth. What's your favorite style of music to play?
Oh, I play in my ska bands and I love it. It gets out so much energy and I get to hit the drum so hard. So I'd love to keep doing that.
What's your favorite key to play in?
Ooh, I love E major. E major is wonderful.
That's good for all of our orchestra students.
Yeah, 4 sharps. Let's go.
What is your favorite, and this might be a little tough, you got to think back. What is your favorite band memory as a band student or as a performer?
Wow. It's funny because like the things that you enjoy the most in the moment, you tend to not remember the most down the road. I remember some of the crazier times, like my sophomore year coming out to state championships for winter percussion, and I couldn't get my quads on my carrier, and I had one hook working and not 2 hooks. So my quads were swimming out in front of me the whole time I was playing the show. It was probably one of the scariest things I ever been through. But that memory is such a fond memory now looking back on it because it was just so crazy and I got through it. But no, all the trips with the kid, like I went to Dayton, Ohio for world championships all the time. And I got to go to Florida for Disney Magic Music Days. All those trips and just getting to spend time with the people I loved at the time was just what really counted.
Very cool. So if our students next year needed to bribe you for any reason, what type of treat or snack or food should they be bribing you with?
Ooh. It always used to be Starburst, but candy has been a thing of the past now. I'd have to say Starbucks. I'm a fan of the cold brew. A nice iced cold brew goes a long way.
And that was actually my next question is what's your standing Starbucks order? So it must be the cold brew.
Vanilla sweet cream cold brew.
Perfect. Well, stop the clock. I think you won if I tallied the points correctly. So there you go. Thank you for doing this. This has been rapid fire on the Rigolini Report. Very good. So with all of your experience with our students and with our school, is there anything that you don't know about Highlands Ranch that you would like to find out more about, or any secrets or things that you're excited about exploring?
Honestly, like the history of Highlands Ranch, I've spent a great 5 years at Highlands Ranch, but what happened before those 5 years, I'm not very familiar with. I would love to learn more about the history of the school. I was lucky enough to go to a high school that was like over 100 years old. So we had a lot of history at that school, and any school does. So just to learn what our school's history is would mean a lot to me, I think, because it meant a lot to me when I was in high school. But outside of that, I loved the secret stories of the hidden pool on the ceiling, the roof of the building and stuff. I'd love to hear more of those lies that seniors tell freshmen. That'd be great.
Yeah, we do have a pool though. It's above the gym.
It's above the gym. Okay, I'll go up there and find it next time.
Well, awesome. Good. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today on the Rigolini Report. We are super excited to have you as a new staff member and another director of the program. Can't wait to see all the amazing things you do with our students. I know our students are excited and the parents are excited about it, and we're glad that you're excited too. So,
thank you so much. Can't wait to get started. And students, it's going to be a great year. No matter how we start, we're going to learn some great things and play some great music.
Thank you again to Mr. Barker for joining us today. A few reminders before we go. If you need to contact me, you can do so through my email, crigolini@dcsdk12.org. Also, don't forget to check your Google Classroom sites for any updates or assignments that'll be coming out. That about wraps it up for us today. Join us again next time when we talk about more exciting topics in music. Until then, happy practicing!